In this video, I'm going to show you how to install KOReader and mod your device. But before we can begin, we need our device, a USB-C cable, and a laptop. We also need a device capable of running Chrome, Edge, or alternatively Opera. We'll connect our device. When we see the pop-up that shows us that a computer has been detected, we'll hit connect, and then we can continue. Here on this screen, I'll link the website in the description, we're going to choose Connect My Kobo. This is the connection method that directly uses USB. Here you'll see the steps on how to connect this device to the website. We've already taken the first two steps. We need to now check Finder. In Finder, it should appear in the sidebar. If it's there, we can actually continue. All right, let's click Select Kobo eReader, and we'll pick our device. Our device will be detected. We'll continue. Then we select Tweak My Device with NickelMenu. We'll hit Continue. We're going to choose the preset because we want to install KOReader. That's the option here. We can also customize our device, for example, our home screen with interface tweaks. These are all optional. I'm going to select all four of them here. Okay, once that's done, we can scroll down to the bottom and select Continue. Then we get our step that informs us to back up our device. This backup is an optional sort of security thing that I highly recommend you do. It is only relevant if your device needs to be completely reset. This way you don't lose your reading time, stats, and annotations. My recommendation? Check this. It's literally no extra effort, and it just makes you safe. Once you're done, hit Continue. The backup will be made and automatically downloaded. This all happened locally, by the way, so this doesn't end up on a server. Then we see which items we have selected, and we're going to hit the Write to Kobo button. This will actually write everything to the device and download any potential dependencies like KOReader first. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to just jump past this. The actual installation may take a minute or two. Here's the device finishing up the installation. Once it's done, you'll see a screen that tells you to safely eject your device. That's pretty important, so that's what we're going to do next. Go to Finder, hit the Eject button. On Windows, we need to go to the System tray, right-click, and select Safely Eject our Kobo device. Once that's done, we can go look at our actual device. At some point, it's going to jump from connected and charging to updating software. That's the bit where it's going to be installing NickelMenu. We need to wait a little bit, and once we see the updating text appear on the screen, it's safe to eject the actual cable. Now we play the waiting game. It takes a little bit of time for this to update, but when the update is done and the device has completely restarted, you should see all of those tweaks immediately. I should point out that this is a safe process, and if Kobo pushes out an update that makes this incompatible, that the modification will automatically uninstall itself. There's also manual patching available through Kobo Web UI, but that's a little bit more risky. This is the very safe method that I'm demoing here. And as you can see, when I pick this device up, there's a little tweak menu, and the home screen has also changed. I'm going to open up KOReader by hitting the tweak menu and selecting KOReader. This will open up the KOReader Quick Start Guide, which is very nice, which will tell us where to press if we want to see the menus. KOReader is a little bit complicated and has a little bit of a learning curve, but it's really nice. We can tap on the different tabs at the top to see the different options, and should we wish to return, we can go to the menu. We have to go to our second page, and then we need to tap Exit. If we then select Exit at the bottom, we go back to the original Nickel software, which is Kobo's software stack. This way you can switch between both. You go to KOReader through the menu, and you close KOReader to go back to Kobo's software. Okay, let's do something else now. What if I wanted to actually uninstall this modification? If I wanted to, I need to reconnect the device, just as we did before. And when the pop-up opens up about the computer detection, we're going to select Connect. Then we'll go back to the website. We'll go through the same steps we did before. But then here, when we select Tweak My Device, there is a Remove NickelMenu option. There's also 2 checkboxes which will help you remove additional modifications, like for example KOReader as well. If you've just installed things and you're now uninstalling, you probably don't need to make another backup, so I'm not going to make one right now. Obviously, always making backups is the safest solution, but we don't need to do that. I'll then hit the button to remove it. This will be very quick, and we eject the device. Once our Kobo has been ejected, we verify that, and then we can go back and look at our device. We can unplug it once it's been ejected, and the updating indicator appears. Again, you don't have to unplug it. That's optional. If you eject the device correctly, the updating will appear on its own. Now we wait, and when our device restarts, we'll be back exactly the way it was before this video began. KOReader will be removed, and we will have our regular home screen without any of the modifications, and our custom font will also be uninstalled. That's how easy it is to tweak your device. You will no longer have to go manually copy over files. This is easily the most approachable method for most users, I think. If you're curious, I have another video on the channel that explains why I built this and features another screencast like this one, but there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped.